Hey everybody, it's Scott with another tool thought. Sorry so long since an upload, but you know, life kind of gets in the way, and when the channel is kind of just a hobby and not a main source of income, it kind of falls by the wayside. But yeah, this is going to be another video on the Leatherman Arc, the long-awaited new latest greatest Leatherman. These are just my thoughts. For one thing is, it's a beautiful tool. I mean, I like the DLC coating on it. I love the free architecture. I love the free P4, the function of it, and you know, the way it opens and closes and the smoothness of the pliers. But I hated those short tools that were in there. Leatherman, to their credit, has come to their senses and put actual proper tool set back in here. I won't go through it all. I'm sure you all know what the tool set is on the Arc by now. Full-length saw, or file, saw. The MagnaCut blade is a masterpiece. This thing is nasty sharp. I've been seeing videos from other channels of people complaining that it's dull, but mine's really, really, really sharp out of the box. I took the pocket clip off because I carry mine in the pouch and the pocket clip's always in the way. One thing that you'll notice is mine has screws in the holes. It comes with 2 open holes and a pocket clip mounted here. To me, the open holes with nothing in them looks unfinished, so I stuck a couple of black oxide screws in there to kind of go with the theme of the black and silver. These are 2 56 thread screws, a 1/16 of an inch long. What that means is it's a size number 2 screw with 56 threads per inch. If you cut that down to a 1/16 of an inch, that means there's 3.5 threads there. It has to be very short, because if it protrudes to the inside, then it's going to be hindering the operation and closure of the scissors and the saw on the other side. So stuck those in there. You can get them from McMaster-Carr online. If they don't have it, nobody has it. And they've got them in stainless, black oxide. So, you know, if anybody else is bothered by the holes looking unfinished to them, that's where you get them. I'm sure there's other sources. I looked on Amazon, but nobody had the 1/16 of an inch length. One of the things is that other people are complaining of is, now that the bit exchanger is back on this tool, you got a lot of guys that complain about, and this, don't get me wrong, this is not an attack video. There's a lot of guys that complain about the flat Leatherman bits. Now, in between 20 to 25 years of carrying a Leatherman, I have never, not one time, broken one of these Leatherman bits. They fit screws perfectly if you size them correctly for the screw that you're turning. The general rule of thumb is to get the biggest driver into the screw that will fit properly, and that's what you use to drive it with. If you're trying to drive, this is a 1-2 combo Phillips. If you're trying to drive a number 3 screw with this, you're either going to break it or round it off or whatever. This goes back to right tool for the right job. You know, in a slotted screwdriver, if you've got a massive flathead screw, you're not going to want to use this tiny, thin, flat driver to drive with. So, you know, that's when you would pop out the big one. And even then, if the screw head is protruding past this, then this is not the right driver for that screw. This is a tool of convenience, guys. You're not supposed to be using this to build engines on 56 Buicks, okay? This is something you carry on your belt to get you out of a jam. Disclaimer, these are my opinions. Come at me if you wish. I'm not trying to attack anybody. I'm just saying some of the things that guys complain about, I don't get. Another thing is, well, you know, one fellow, I like his channel a lot. I watch him all the time. He'll remain nameless. He voided the 25-year warranty on this so that he could put a full 1/4-inch bit driver in place of this flat. Okay, that's a 25-year warranty that's voided. I mean, I'm not made of money. I want to keep the warranty as long as possible. And by the way, if you buy enough Leatherman products, they'll invite you to join their Elite Insider Club, and now I have a 40-year warranty. So guys that are complaining about not being able to get full-size 1/4-inch bits in this bit exchanger, what do you call this? There's your 1/4-inch bit capability. You don't even have to buy the ratcheter to get this done. You can go on Leatherman's site and just buy the plain Jane extender that turns it in to a full-size 1/4-inch bit driver, and it still works with the flat bits. So again, not attacking anybody, just wondering why void the warranty like that. I don't get it. That being said, one thing on here that someday I would like to see, and I don't know, just me, but I'm in the AV electronics low voltage business, so we deal with a lot of small gauge wires and things of that nature, electronics with pots, you know, that you have to turn, and, you know, switches and things. This flat driver and this Phillips driver on here, these are for eyeglasses only. You're not going to get it done. What you need is what we call a tweaker. It's about 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch wide, I can't remember. But boy, you can make a set of bits for this that just have the thin, small one end that would still fit in here and give us some variety on these micro bits. That'd be something I'd like to see. Another question I have is, like I said, I've had a Leatherman on my belt daily for 20 to 25 years now. It gets used every single day. Every single day I need that thing for something. I don't understand the big deal of why everybody is so hung up on this being a one-handed opening tool. Yeah, gee, that's great, but most of the time, you just flip it open and off you go. Well, if you got something in one hand, and yeah, but how often does that happen? These are just questions I ask myself, and you guys feel free to enlighten me in the comments. Now, there's a thing going around where a couple of the big channels, the bigger channels, let's see, Max Level EDC, Ink and Iron, and I believe HVAC Budget, have all had their cutters break when just cutting coat hanger. I don't happen to have a coat hanger out here to test it on, but I can tell you that the cutter is different. In case you've noticed, there's a black screw holding this cutter in. I had switched these out. When this arc arrived, I took the cutters out and took the ones from my Surge, which were black, and put them in here. So I had a black oxide set of Surge cutters in here. I broke those cutting something improper, my own fault, not the cutter's fault. But they're saying that there's a lot of breakage and things like that. Now, the original arc cutters are in the Surge now. If you look, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's an extra roundedness to the back near the jaw, and that's naturally where you would want to go to cut some heavy gauge wire. You can see it right there. That's causing a problem to where it's not cutting because you're naturally sticking the wire all the way back in the craw of the pliers, and you're not cutting it. So if you move them forward, and they're shattering. So we don't know if it's a different manufacturer or why they changed it, but luckily my original free P4 cutter blades are in the arc now, and they're holding up fine. I've ordered a couple extra spare sets. I'm hoping they're not the new arc type. So we'll see what Leatherman does with that. What else? I think that's going to be it, guys. Anybody want these screws? Just go get them at McMaster Car. A Leatherman arc. It's a quality piece of kit that I'm happy to have on my belt. There's a few little bugs they need to work out, but nothing major. I mean, it is a new product. Hopefully they'll make right and send everybody out a set of replacement cutters, but who knows? They are replaceable. They're $10 a pair. You know, it's really not that big a deal to me. I keep extras on hand anyway because 2 is 1 and 1 is none. Like and subscribe, guys. Thanks for listening to the ramblings of an average Joe in the garage. Appreciate it.